In the world of professional cycling, few names ignite the excitement of cycling fans around the globe like Tadej Pogacar. The Slovenian sensation has been dominating in the peloton with an aura of invincibility that seems unparalleled in recent memory to other riders since he joined the World Tour in 2019 after winning the Tour de l'Avenir and joining the ranks of UAE. Yet, amidst the jubilation surrounding his victories and awe-inspiring performances, there lies a chilling truth that few seem willing to acknowledge. Tadej Pogacar's trajectory eerily mirrors that of the legendary Eddy Merckx, often hailed as the greatest cyclist of all time. Pogacar's rise to prominence has been no less remarkable than Merckx. Despite his youth, he's already eclipsed many of the sport's most illustrious records and shows no signs of slowing down. His ability to perform at such a high level across a variety of terrains sets him apart from almost all of his peers and really does invoke memories of Merckx's own versatility on the bike. As we delve into the depths of this comparison, it becomes apparent that the parallels between Pogacar and Merckx extend beyond mere statistical analysis. It delves into the essence of their dominance, the manner in which they command the peloton, and the fear they even instilled in their rivals. At just 25 years old, Tadej Pogacar has already amassed an impressive array of victories, including back-to-back Tour de France titles, and the impressive statistics that he's never finished below second place in the race as well, and winning 3 different types of the monuments, a feat which has been achieved only by a select few in cycling history. Eddy Merckx is the greatest cyclist of all time, with no rivals, it seems, with wins in all races apart from Paris Tours famously, but winning all the Grand Tours and all the monuments, a feat that is not even close to being achieved by the modern peloton, as the rate of specialization has really grown over the years. But Pogacar is really the enigma that transcends this statistic. For the comparison to be somewhat fair, however, we will look at the monuments, Grand Tours, and the age at which it was achieved to give a good comparison between both Eddy Merckx and Tadej Pogacar. In the monuments, Eddy Merckx has a total of 19 wins, and Pogacar to this day has 6 wins to his name. However, at the same age as Pogacar is now, Merckx had 7 victories in the monuments, but he had also participated in more monuments compared to what Pogacar had at the same time. Pogacar having an incredible winning rate as well of more than 40% compared to Merckx's 30%, given that he took part in almost all of them every year, and this was a reflection of the era of racing. But when we look at specific ones, here it gets quite interesting. Pogacar, of course, is yet to ride Paris-Roubaix. We all want to see it, but it still hasn't happened. In this race, of course, Merckx has won a total of 3 races and has been quite dominant in the race. Pogacar, however, has won Tour of Flanders, as he did in 2023, on his 2nd attempt at the race, whereas Merckx was only successful on his 4th attempt in 1969. And he won it once more again a few years later in 1975. Pogacar also surpasses the GOAT in another monument, Il Lombardia, where Merckx managed 2 victories and a few podiums, but Pogacar here has a supreme 100% record, winning on his first attempt in 2021, then defending that in 2022, and then going on to win 2023 in an emphatic fashion. And he could maybe even eye the all-time record of the great Fausto Coppi, who had 5 victories to his name. The sheer panache of Pogacar, the nature that he just climbs through all these races, and we haven't even got Strade Bianche as a comparison because unfortunately the race is too young for Eddy Merckx to have raced it. In 2023 as well, Pogacar had the sensational achievement of doing something that Merckx hadn't done by winning Paris-Nice, the stage race, Amstel Gold, Flèche Wallonne, along with the 2 monuments of Tour of Flanders and Il Lombardia, something that Merckx never did. He never won Tour of Flanders and Il Lombardia in the same year, and the differences of these races really indicate just how versatile Tadej Pogacar is as a rider, even in this modern era. But now coming to a different monument, and that is Milan-San Remo. And this is where Merckx is really in a league of his own with 7 victories in total. And it seems like Pogacar is somewhat in the wrong era for his attributes to win this race, perhaps, with so many great punchers in the modern day peloton watching his every move. It will be difficult for Pogacar to win this race at all, to be honest. Equaling Eddy Merckx's record in this race is certainly impossible, even for Tadej Pogacar. Equally, Liège-Bastogne-Liège, another one favoured by the original cannibal of the field, having won 5 wins from 10 participations and 2 wins at Tadej Pogacar's age. So they're actually equal at this, because Pogacar has won this race in 2021 and in 2024 from 4 appearances. So they're quite evenly stacked here. For the Tour de France, there is a similar comparison in domination of their wins. Pogacar won the first 2 editions he took part on. As well, he won the polka dot jersey and the white jersey in each of these editions, a truly a magnificent feat. Merckx in his first editions at the race, older yes, but still dominating, winning 6 stages in his first Tour de France and then 8 stages in the next one, and all the available classifications. But in his era, the white jersey was not available, so he couldn't win that. Pogacar was a lot younger when he won his first race, being the youngest winner of the race since the Second World War, when he defeated Roglic on the final time trial in La Planche de Belfi. And they have an equal amount of tours to their name at the same age. However, Merckx had 3 more stage wins on top of this, and Merckx as well also had 2 Giro d'Italias, something that Pogacar doesn't have, and we might see Pogacar win the Giro d'Italia in 2024. Merckx and Pogacar also have 1 appearance at the Vuelta a España at very different points of their careers. Pogacar was a debutant not only of the race but also of Grand Tour racing, but that aside, he ran riot with the race, picking up 3 stages and a step on the final podium, whereas Merckx was a seasoned champion when he did the Vuelta a España and won the race comfortably. Yet for all their similarities, there remains one glaring difference between Tadej Pogacar and Eddy Merckx, the era in which they competed in. While Merckx faced formidable opponents during his heyday, including Jacques Anquetil and Felice Giamonde, Pogacar is dominating his opposition tremendously with ease and no mercy given, like the style of the cannibal, with a great number of rivals in all terrains, from Mathieu van der Poel to Jonas Vingegaard, but so did Merckx. There could be an argument that the levels are closer in the modern era, but the scary truth is that on some aspects, Tadej Pogacar mirrors the dominance by Eddy Merckx, and in others, he even surpasses him, despite being in this era of specialization. But perhaps the most unnerving aspect of Pogacar's dominance is the insatiable hunger for victory. Merckx was renowned for his appetite for success and often competing in multiple races within a single season and emerging victorious more often than not. Similarly, Pogacar has demonstrated an unyielding desire to conquer every race from cobble to gravel to even Grand Tour, and he certainly is a remarkable rider, to say the least. Pogacar's dominance has coincided with a transition in the sport, with the retirement of established champions such as Alberto Contador and Vincenzo Nibali, and even the downfall of Chris Froome. Pogacar has emerged as the undisputed leader in terms of all-terrain of this new generation of rider. But in the midst of the celebration of his achievement, we must not lose sight of the daunting reality that lies before us. Tadej Pogacar's reign at the top of cycling world shows no signs of ending, and if history is any indication, his legacy may well rival that of the great Eddy Merckx himself. As we bear witness to his exploits in the years to come, let us remind us of the eerie truth that lurks beneath the surface. Greatness knows no bounds, and Tadej Pogacar is destined for immortality. That's basically it for this video. Make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here on the Cycling Dane. And why not check out some of the other videos here on the channel as well, including the rise of Mathieu van der Poel, even the rise of Jonas Vingegaard. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.